Hello, and welcome to the Season 3 premiere of the McDuffie Minute podcast. Can you believe we've been doing this for 2 seasons fully already, Jason?
Not really. It seems like both yes and no. It's sped through, and sometimes it really is just ground to a halt.
Right. Well, this is the place we talk about the governments of McDuffie County, Thompson, Deering, the school system, and all points between. I'm one of your hosts, Christopher Wells. I'm here with my co-host, Jason Smith. And just a couple of housekeeping items that we've got to put out there. For a variety of reasons, Season 3 will move to quarterly episodes instead of monthly ones like you've been used to. Lining up guests, recording, editing, mixing these episodes takes a lot of time and effort. And while we're glad to bring you all this information, other duties of our jobs require that kind of time and attention as well. So we've made the difficult decision to scale back on the podcast.
And it was something we talked about, and it truly was a difficult decision because we're dedicated to getting information out there about these sort of things. But I think this will benefit everyone in the long run. It'll give us the opportunity to be more thoughtful in our efforts to do these and give us a little more time to get them put together.
Right.
But at the same time, we also want people who listen to this to be involved and let us know what they want to hear about. If there's some topics out there that haven't been covered that you think we should be talking about, let us know. We're more than happy to do it. And if you want to be on, if you think you've got something to say, let's talk. We'll see what we can do. Today, though, we are talking to an excellent organization that's near and dear to my heart. I've got some history with this because my wife used to work with them. This is Partners for Success in McDuffie County. Today, we've got Executive Director Gail Taylor and Assistant Director Crystal Scherer with us. And thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So before we dive into everything that your organization does in our community, we typically like to give our guests the opportunity to introduce themselves to our listeners, people who might not know you. So can you both tell us, we'll give you each a turn, both tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you're from, and how you ended up doing this that you're doing now.
Crystal Scherer, born and raised in McDuffie County. I started with Partners for Success many, many years ago when Gail, which is my mom, works there. I went under one of her grants as a mentor and volunteered my time there. I have a son that's 14. I've been working with McDuffie County Partners for Success for over 8 years now.
Okay.
At that time, Miriam was with us, and she brought me on board to do the PAT, which is Parents as Teachers program that she had gotten when she was still with us.
And I am the Executive Director. My name is Gail Taylor. I've been with Partners for over 20 years now and have been the Executive Director for about 5 years now. As Crystal said, she is my daughter. People ask, how do we get along with working together? And we get along just good where, what one is weak in, the other is strong in. I took over Miriam's place. She was the one that recommended me as Executive Director. Okay. I was actually hired by Mary Ann Coatress. So I've been there a long time.
Well, thank you guys for sharing that information, introducing yourselves.
And so that's y'all. Tell us now about what does Partners for Success do in the community? What are some of the programs you have, some of the services you offer to Thompson, McDuffie County, and Deering?
What don't we do? Everybody has asked us, what is Partners? What do they do? And all we can answer is say, what don't we do? There's always something that comes up from day to day that we have not faced before, and we actually go into our mode and find out what it is that we need. But we have a clothes closet. All donations are donated by the community, which is great. The community has been great about that. We have a budgeting class. We collect school supplies for the school system. We work with Laura over at the Housing Authority. We're fixing to come up with an event where we're going to be giving out book bags with school supplies. We also do PAT, which is Parents as Teachers. We do home visits. We go in from those that are prenatal to that have kids to 5 years of age. We also have teamed up with the DJJ and the juvenile court system with the teens that are getting in trouble. We have a resilience team program that we are implementing in that. And Judge Jones has been very wonderful in it, allowing us to come in and use the teens that need the help. We have diaper supply.
We also, in the last 2 years, we have gotten the DPH Mini Child Safety Car Seat Grant. I am a certified tech where I can get, educate caregivers and parents on how to properly install their car seats. And then if the family meets the qualifications, they are eligible for a free car seat in the case of needing, if theirs for some reason is expired or say they don't have one. Because we have a lot of families that'll call and say, I'm leaving the hospital, I need a car seat. Or, my child's outgrown this one. I'm at this time, I can't afford one. I get that. This is our second year with it.
Second year.
And I can get up to 10 free car seats a month. Kids has also partnered with us because Dawn Faircloth is a certified tech as well. So me and her have tag teamed together. As far as her, we collaborate together to do car seat events.
Okay.
We just held one back in June. And we had a couple come, but now that they know we're here and know that we have that service for them, they could, the future events will be better. We also do the Christmas presents for partners where we have had anywhere from 50 to 200 kids that were in need of help for Christmas. And what I do is I reach out to different businesses, organizations, individuals, churches in the community, and they come aboard and sponsor a child for Christmas. So that makes sure that a child will, or for a family that can't provide Christmas at that time due to hard times, that child will have Christmas.
And I'd like to just thank the community for all the things that they do for us. Without the community, the donations and the help that come in, Partners would not exist. That's what we need because we're a 501c3. We run off grants. Grant dictates what you're going to do with your money. So without the help of the community, Partners would not be in McDuffie County. We're also part of the Family Connection. We're McDuffie County Family Connection. We are designed to know what resources are available for people in McDuffie County. We also help, we work with some of the churches around here that help with financial assistance. They have to come in and sit down and do an assessment. And we recommend whether, it's legit and whether they do need help.
So it sounds like there's a need that people can come to y'all and y'all can essentially figure out a way to help. Does that sound?
That's correct. There's always a need for, one of the things that we are looking into seeing in the near future is homelessness. A lot of people do not believe that there's a lot of homeless people in McDuffie County. But there's probably not a week or a day go by that we don't get a call that I'm homeless, I need somewhere to stay. Unfortunately, a motel room is not a fix. You one night and you have to be out the next night. And a lot of the churches that has helped in the past to provide them with motel stays have stopped doing that. So it's getting where it's more and more homeless people out on the street.
And I was going to ask, my next question was actually going to be, is there any specific programs within the organization that people might need to know about? But it sounds like y'all have sort of covered all that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to move to then instead of that is to ask, how can people go about finding or connecting with you guys and finding out the help that they may need? How can they do that? What's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Contact us at 706-595-3112. If you go to the churches, they'll recommend you coming over there.
We also have a Facebook page, McDuffie County Partners for Success, Inc. We are working on some flyers to put out and about so people know more about us and that we are here because we're like the resources, the umbrella of resources for the community. And if you come to us with a problem, we may not have it, but we're going to be able to help you with it and dig and research and find a resource that will help you with that need that you have.
Yeah, sometimes people can't make those connections. They don't know where to go. So it's good to have one particular place that can help you with that. So we appreciate
we're like
that.
the umbrella of McDuffie
Right.
County. But also, if you want to get involved with our collaborative, we have collaborative meetings on the last Tuesday of the month. We'd be glad for you to show up. It's at the library from 11 o'clock in the morning until 12 noon.
And we are working now on a mentoring program
Okay.
with partnering with the school system with Lynn Cato to bring more mentors into the system or into the school system, so these kids that don't have that support at home or someone to lean on can have somebody.
Yeah, that's definitely important to have kids have somebody they can trust to talk to. So
We had it in the past with communities in school, and Marion Coaches was there, and it was a good program, but the grant played out. So now we're trying to Dr. Cato had said that there was a need for mentoring, and also at one time when we were in juvenile court, Judge Jay Jones had mentioned about mentoring. These kids need some good role models in their life. So we just kind of took up with that, and how we got started with the juvenile justice system is the judge is on our board. And one day I was talking to him about, at the time, there was a lot of teens that was getting in trouble with the law. And I said, what can we do? And he said, come and sit in the courtroom. And we've been sitting in the courtroom ever since the judge has had juvenile court in McDuffie County, trying to figure out what we need to do. And it's not just the teens that we need to work with. It's with the family. It starts with the parents at home. And that's what we're trying to, we're going to, in the future, we're having a parent cafe. So we're going to get trained for that and get that started so that the parents can also be involved with whatever the teen is involved with. So.
Well, I think, that you bring up a really good point, that a lot of what you do beyond providing these services is you're building partnerships. And sometimes, like you just mentioned, all it takes is asking that question of how can we help? And I think that's a bigger lesson for kind of everybody in our community, is you look at things that you're not happy with. Ask, how can we help? What can we do? One of those things is getting involved with Partners for Success, because y'all do so many different things that you give people an opportunity to see. Whether it's sorting clothes for your clothes closet. And obviously, I have a history here, so I can speak to some of this myself. So, whether it's sorting clothes at the clothes closet, or helping you organize your school supplies, or going out literally on the back of a trailer and delivering Christmas presents at Christmas. There's 1,000 ways to get involved in our community. And, that's kind of what this podcast was originally about, is getting people more involved in our community and getting them more educated about what's going on here. That's, Partners for Success is a great thing to learn about, because it does do so very much with so very little in our community. It always has.
And we're just a 2-person staff right now.
Yeah.
So, Jason has played Santa Claus for us in the past on handing out.
He loves doing that. Doesn't he?
Yeah, he
I got the body for it, so I might as well.
But, and I wish that some of the people that donate to us can see the faces of some of these children and these parents that come in and get stuff and want to know, okay, how much is this going to cost me? Everything that we do free. Everything that we give out is free to our clients, because it was given to us to do exactly that. No charge for anything, not like when they have to take the budgeting class. How much is that going to cost me? It's not going to cost you nothing but come in and sit down and your time. That's it. We're very passionate about our families that we have in McDuffie County. We're passionate about our community as a whole, because like I said, if we need anything, all you have to do is put it out there on our Facebook page, and boy, we start getting, we were behind at Christmas time. We needed a couple more families to be adopted out, and Crystal put it out on Facebook, and boy, we were getting calls and what you need, and that's why I say I'm proud to be in McDuffie County. I'm proud of our county. They step up when we need the help.
That's great. That's great to hear. Speaking of people stepping up, if anybody wants to get involved with the organization and help out with all the things that you're doing, what's the best way for them to go about doing that? Where do you need help? How can they contact you? That sort of thing.
They can call the office at 706-595-3112. That we are also located on 511 Main Street in the old Thompson High School building. You can email myself, Crystal T. Scherer @gmail.com.
Gail L. Taylor 309 @yahoo.com.
All right.
And we'll be glad to answer any questions and have anybody come aboard, whether it's just you want to do your community service and volunteer your time in our clothes closet, or if you just want to donate an item or whatever it is that you think you feel in your heart that you want to reach out and help us with, we'd be glad to have you aboard. And the more we can get under our umbrella of angels to help us, the better, we can improve our community.
Yeah.
Crystal mentioned about doing community service. If like Miss Sal has sent those that had needed to do community service, and they'd come up there and organize, work in the clothes closet, because that's one of their requirements for graduating. So and then some that have been on probation, they can do their community service hours with us. Let me mention Queen of Angels Ladies Group. They are very wonderful. They have a baby shower for us every year around January, and people that attend bring brand new items for babies, and they donate everything. It's clothes, bottles, diapers, wipes, everything that's needed for an infant.
So you discuss the Presents for Partners events that y'all do every year. That's where you collect Christmas items and you give them out at Christmas time to some of the more challenged families in our community. I know you're in the process now of collecting items for that. Now that you're past your back to school efforts, how will people learn about that? How can they reach out to you? I mean, I know you've given the phone number and all that, but tell us a little bit about that, the process.
I will be posting more information about how to sign up for the Presents for Partners in October. I will start taking applications for families who will be in need to be able, that way it gives us enough time to get the donations in and know where we stand. Mm-hmm. They can also contact us at, via social media or contact the office if they have any more questions.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for joining us today for the Season 3 premiere of the McDuffie Minute and for helping us introduce some folks to McDuffie County Partners for Success and all the things you do.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you to our listeners for logging on and tuning in. As always, we hope that you continue to find ways to get involved with something good happening right here, and we've presented you with plenty of ways to do that today. So by doing so, you can help make your community a reflection of you.
And with that, we close out this episode of the McDuffie Minute. When you get a chance, take a minute and learn a little bit about McDuffie County.